Okay, folks. Finally made it to Arathi Highlands. Wanted to do some kind of leveling series. Just of random zones as I level, just give you, not necessarily the whole zone, just a glimpse. In case you were wondering why I was doing this, but it's worth mentioning at least one more time. So, I did do some battlegrounds and the Brewfest dungeon just to level up a little bit. I wanted chain lightning. So going to try elemental this time. This is pretty much my basic rotation for elementals. So
need help? See you around.
I have quested, I think let's go this way. Well, yeah. There's only 2 ways out of here, so. I did quest through here once before. However, it was so long ago, I don't remember why I came here. I don't remember how far I got, so I'm basically starting over. I literally do not remember how I even came about coming here in the first place. Which usually, the first time I go to a zone, I generally remember something about it. There's something, usually something that's memorable. I don't know. My best guess would be I was tired of grinding dungeons, maybe. If I did now, I would probably do like Battlegrounds. At that time, I don't know that I did much PvP, so this is where I need to be. Darn raptors. I was feeling a little bit of nostalgia with the Arathi Highlands being the first warfront. If I'm being honest, so. I vaguely remember doing something similar to this. I was fine with enhancements. Enhancements, how enhancements usually what I will level with. Just because you have more burst damage. That said, I think more people play elemental than enhancements. So that's fine. We can try those out. You you got more abilities for enhancement earlier on, so. What I do remember of this zone, I do remember doing quests like this. I think these are easier if you are a ranged class. So I don't necessarily care so much about looting at this point. While it does add up, it's not always worth wasting the time to go run and chase after an NPC just to see them. So, okay. Because then I'll end up with a bunch of cloth and a bunch of cooking mats and things that I will probably never use. So. I like how open this zone is. So they said a Emerald Dream expansion would never work because it would just be wide open green spaces. But people, I think they're underestimating how much people actually like wide open green spaces. So it's much more important that you, when you do get people to do, that you have interesting content for people to do. So I suppose there's only so much that you can do with questing. Hey
there.
Part of my
Farewell.
part of my my not wanting to quest had to do with
Greetings.
do you sell anything? No.
Go with honor, friend.
Okay. Do you sell anything? Yes,
Talk to me.
but it's just pastries. Okay.
Glad I could help.
I supply only the finest goods.
Mm-hmm.
See you around.
Forget what I was saying. Oh, I remember. Part of the reason why I didn't quest was it's easier to do dungeons earlier on because you will do a dungeon in between if you're wearing heirloom gear. It's not uncommon. Heirloom gear, if you do a dungeon for the first time, so you do the quest that offers you quests. I think most of them offer you quests the first time through. It's not uncommon to level up once or twice. I don't want to get down. However, the downside of that is that you if you don't quest through, you don't discover the flight paths. So you have a harder time getting somewhere if you decide to just go do quests somewhere. They don't put the they don't put the zones in order of level. They're just kind of randomly scattered all over each continent. However, that said, they added a heirloom item, a toy that you can buy and discover the you can discover all the flight paths on the Eastern Kingdom. So that was what I did to get here. Made it so much easier. I didn't realize there were two of them, and I thought one was for the Eastern Kingdoms and one was for Kalimdor. They added them in not too long ago. Pretty sure it was like sometime in Legion. And what I heard was that it was for vanilla. Wow, so it was the original zone. So I was thinking Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor for some reason. And I bought both, not realizing one was for Alliance and one was for Horde. So it's like, well, I rarely have ever, I can't see where you would ever bring a Horde character into the Eastern Kingdoms generally. The only two races here are the Undead and the Blood Elves. I suppose you can. I think people generally stay on their respective. I don't have that particular trinket. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I've noticed I do seem to be taking more damage. So what I'm going to do is it this one? Or is it this one? Swap this out. It'll give me a little more versatility. Plus, I'll have a little extra damage. So yeah, this is good till 100. That's not good. They're both good. There's one. Oh, that seems to be making a difference. I like versatility. I'm glad they left it in they kept it in the game. Doesn't work on all classes for some reason. Some specs I notice it doesn't seem to really have a doesn't really make a difference. I remember having to, I'm pretty sure it was here. I remember having to come here for my my one Death Knight artifact. It was somewhere in Arathi Highlands to a keep like this. That's the thing now. I can't remember if I actually quested in the zone or if I just went there to do something for an artifact or part of my class hall. Now, I think there's a dungeon in here behind all that. I think that's where Skull Limits is somewhere. It's somewhere else. Maybe getting confused. Now they say that, I think I may be getting confused. At least my location is... These guys don't seem to be as many, I don't think so. I'm at a low enough level, I don't really know that it makes a difference what DPS spec I use. I'm not really seeing much of a difference. Of course, enhancement has more burst damage, so it is a little quicker. What I do remember of this zone is there were a lot of quests like this where you had to go out and kill things, and I think if you have a ranged class, it just makes it a little easier. So yeah, we have all to be back. Should set my Hearthstone there. I'm gonna be greedy and say I think they need to give us faster ground speed sooner. I'm almost, what, 10 levels away? Something like that. So, yeah. Just here. On the plus side, the quest where you get to go out and get to kill things, that's all experience. So. It's not too bad. I think those are about my favorite quest of them.
Well met. Have a good one.
Okay. Are you going to give me another quest or no? No, apparently not. Okay. So I guess we'll just move right along.
What's on your mind?
Oh my. Is it there?
Watch your back.
It's this one. This.
What can I do
I'm
for
going
you?
to try to stick close to the story.
Off with you.
These roughly all in the same area. No, of course not. Okay, well this one's the closest, so we'll do Home Sweet Gnome. Go from there. Trying to follow the storyline and quest through some of these zones is as you go through is it gets more interesting. You'd think it'd be pretty straightforward, and for some reason, no. This reminds me so much of Nagrand for some reason. Wait, where did I come to? Where? Oh, that's in nowhere. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, we'll stop trying to get that one then. Haven't done any dungeons yet, other than the Brewfest. Which I think is a record for me. This is the longest I've went without just grinding dungeons. So. Way over here. Did they spread things out enough? I'm just curious. I feel like they could have put things a tad bit closer together. Where is the, there we go. Whoa, that is the wrong place. Okay. Don't think I was supposed to go in there. No. Whoopsie. I'm supposed to go over here. Well, see, that's what assuming does. There we go. Okay. I have heard repeatedly that Blizzard will start working. They start working on the Alliance zones first, or in the past. That's the way they've done it. So, if you play Alliance and you're not happy with the way a particular zone is, there's no reason for it. You should have gotten the most amount of attention that the first time I played as a Horde character after playing Alliance, I was struck by how different their dungeons were. They don't have near as many dungeon quests as Alliance does for some reason. At that time, this was years ago, it felt like it took twice as long to level a Horde character than the Alliance character. as I said, with if you do a dungeon for the first time with heirloom gear and quests and whatnot, you should get a good, level 2.5 levels somewhere in there. So. I remember the one place in Elwyn Forest has these things, the kobold. And I remember when I was leveling a warrior. I don't know that it's the same one I leveled. When they would run away, I would shoot them with my crossbow. Back when warriors could wield a ranged weapon, which never completely made sense to me. It made sense that rogues did for some reason. It just seemed like that was somehow that made sense. I didn't question that. I miss my. I wish we could use those. I would be more inclined to play my. She's a gnome and she's so cute. I would be more inclined to play my rogue more often if I could wield a bow. They need another class that can use ranged weapons. I feel like. When you think about it, mages, priests, warlocks, they're all spellcasters. So how do I get up in the mountains? Is my question exactly. We've reached an impasse. I'm staying away from the fence. Does this go up over here? I don't think it does. They all use staves or staffs or daggers. Wands are still in the game, and I don't know anyone, including myself, that has ever used a wand. I like the idea of wands. I just don't know. I think if they gave them something different, like daggers have a faster cast, a faster attack speed. I think if they did something, the equivalency of a caster with wands, I look for them just to stop putting wands in the game altogether. To be fair, the ones that I have seen are all green items. I don't know that they actually give out. I don't know that I've seen any that are like epic quality or anything like that. So they may be just vendor items now. think we killed them all. Wonder what the respawn time. I'm still not seeing how you're supposed to get. There's a cave. I got that. It's telling me where I am. I'm supposed to be able to get up there. Am I? Am I? See, there's some there, but I'm just curious. Ah, okay. Apparently she figured this out as well. Okay. Well, you know, we'll give this to her. We'll just let her leave her be. Let's go back down here. So that way we're not fighting each other with them. Some quest items don't necessarily drop from if two people. Not entirely sure how that works. So. And I know where to go now, so. Now we're in a whirl. Seems like every other one's dropping what I need. Love how they just glitch into the ground like that. Yeah, it seems like every other one. So, have I killed? No, there's a few more down there. Okay. Okay. Next thing is how to get down there. I'm deceiving myself because I'm used to my shaman's an engineer. So I'm used to having a goblin glider, so I keep wanting to use a goblin glider, and I have to remember how I don't have a goblin glider. Still have not decided on what profession I'm going to have him learn. Not that it's a big deal, I really don't do anything with professions. It's just good to kind of have an outline. I'm on a different server than, okay. I am, I'm on a different server than my main characters are, so... As easy as professions are to level, though, nowadays. Just thinking jewel crafting. I've only ever had one character learn jewel crafting, and I've never done. It became a bank too, so I've never actually really done anything with it. Although when I was looking, you can make a lot of cloth gear. So I was looking for. I was looking at the headpieces you can make, and a lot of them were cloth, which doesn't help me. It really doesn't help that there's only 2 male classes in the game. I like the fact that anything my hunter has, my shaman can use, and vice versa, generally speaking. It would just be nice if there was one more. Shaman gear tends to be the worst looking gear, I think. Once in a while, they, when they try to do like an elements based idea,
I require a target.
It's not so bad, but generally speaking, I don't like most of the shaman sets. So
I do not have a target.
And hunter's not much better. So that does leave us a bit limited. Like that, the Hellfire Citadel. From Warlords. I don't know, those sets I like. That was an expansion. Most of our gear was pretty good. It was all recolors of the same thing, basically. But it wasn't too bad. I'm fine with a recolor if it's a set I like. I don't mind. I wish they had another elementals. Variation. I've got all 3 that they do have in game: the Heirlooms version, the Dark Moon Fair version, and the Burning Crusade recolor. Those are the only 3 as far as I know. I always thought that it would be a nice idea to do kind of a not a heritage armor thing, but just something for fun, like a like the Warlock, the Green Fire Quest. Give each class some kind of cosmetic transmog or something, just something fun to do that was heavily based around their class. That's the one thing they don't really sell in the stores is cosmetic pieces. They sell the headpieces. And I imagine most people's attitude towards that is don't give them any ideas. Fair enough. Fair enough. Are a lot of gnomes. You don't have to switch out your pickaxe, dude. I think our little gnome girl finished her quest and moved on, so. Okay. I always thought it would be cool to do like a, not to sound redundant, like a dark shaman, not dark iron, but like a dark shaman. Since we're so heavily based around the elements, do something where our totems changed. You know, we're darker. Have some kind of transmog to match. I thought that would be. I thought that would be. I need to go back into that cave, don't I? I saw the question mark when I was in there. I thought that would be cool. That's why I like shaman. We're the only ones that have our totem. We're the ones that summon something to. Pets don't count. Pets are all basically the same. The void elf or the void walker model is the same as the water elemental model. That yeah. We just have a little totem. We're leaving things behind. You know we've been there because we usually leave a totem behind. So, oh no, there she is. I don't really want to attack any more things because I don't know if she needs it or not. Just want to turn in this. Okay, well, I need to go up. How do we go up? Exactly. Yeah. It just goes around in circles. Does this go around this one? I'm trying to think. Other than priests having soul well, or light well, excuse me. Other than that, I can't really think of a class that has to that can conjure something that they use as part of their and I miss Lightwell. I wish they'd bring Lightwell back. I didn't really play Priest that much when they had it. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to learn Priest, because I thought it was cool. Okay. This is more running around. This is more... Well, kind of. We need to leave the cave now. Which may be easier said than done. No, that was easy. Okay. Easier to leave than it was to get in, which is not usually the case with caves. That was a pretty standard cave layout. So. Yeah. Okay. Went ahead and just left war mode off after the last time. That's fine. That's fine. Once I get a little higher, I might turn it back on. I'm not going to be one-shotted by max level players. That's just counterproductive at this point. So. Sad thing is, they really, when you think about it, they really don't have much more health than me. I have 1,000 now. They have a max level character will have around 90,000. So if you think about it, I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It's more, but it's not like we're in completely different. It's not like it was before, where I might have like 100 and something, and they're up into the 100,000s. It's not quite that big of it. Don't tell me I have to kill these things for a key. No. No, I have to tap the... Tap. Click on the rock. Okay. Okay. Rather surprised there's not more people here. We would have. I'll try. Arathi Highlands, I thought was a preferred questing. So we're here. Darn raptors. And see, that doesn't actually tell me where the... where the objective lies. Ah. So this should be the thundering key then. Huh. Okay. Really wish I had my polymorph, which I don't get until level 42. Now the burning. Just way up there. I have have a meteor item from Timeless Isle that will throw you in the air. Like way up in the air, but then usually it kills you because you end up falling to your death. I keep hoping that they make it a toy. Which is doubtful because it does have a limited number of charges, so probably wouldn't make much sense to make it a toy. Unless they gave it an unlimited amount of charges. I mean, I suppose you could put a level cap on it. To prevent abuse at lower levels. I'm going the right way, right? Yeah. Ogres. Ogres and trolls just wandering around in the middle of nowhere. Perfectly normal. The vulture's the one thing that won't attack me. Which is kind of ironic when you think about what a vulture is. Okay. They do put off a nice glow, don't they? Okay. Suppose they have fire resistance, so fire doesn't work as well on them as, say, lightning does. Oh, he's close enough. Even dead, they still put off a nice glow, I have to say. To be fair, I think they've updated a lot of the models for the elementals and whatnot. I think they've updated all the models in the game, or close to it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm disappointed now because you used to be able to go in and switch between the two, and you can't anymore. Because I preferred the old models for my gnomes and or my gnome and night elves. I was the only one. Everybody was like, "Why are you using the old models?" Because I like the old models. The new models have grown on me. When you can sit there and see them side by side, so to speak. And of course, there's a third one. Earth. We missed Earth. Of course we did. I don't like the new Earth elemental model, though. My Earth Elemental looks like this. Just like, no, no. Okay. This should be interesting. Okay. Well, where is he at? Oh, they just look alike. I was going to say, wait. As I said, I think they could have put things just a little bit closer together. I'm just not getting used to having the slower mount speed. You do get used to flying. Get used to flying, or you get used to having the faster mount speed, if nothing else. So, leveling I think this is part of why leveling seems so slow. You are literally going so slow. It's the wrong there. Let's go ahead and reverse this because for some reason I kept thinking that was 7. Yes. Come on. Okay. Back over where we were. Yes. See, I do think it took me longer to run there than it did for me to actually kill that. Gonna call that a mini boss, I guess. Of course, and then we've got things that have. Oh my God. Okay. So annoying. There we go. Okay. My big zones. Whoa. Okay. You don't have to tell me twice. Let's leave the big guy alone. I suppose I could have killed him. Okay. There we go. It's weird because it's like in a valley. It's set in. So you have to look. From a distance, it all looks the same.
You got my attention.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Where am I supposed to? This way over here. Says I need 2 people. Let's see if I can do it by myself. I don't get my Earth Elemental till 36. Oh, it's a panda. It's like, what is that? As the Horde races are taller. The black threw me. Okay. See, there's other people here, so it's not to say they'll help me. There are other people here, so. Ah, there she is. I should be fine. And this is why, yeah, I should be fine. If you kill her, they should die, so she's about ready to die. Or maybe not. Okay.
I require a target. I do not have a target.
Well, they worked equal to 2 kills, so yeah. Okay. Okay, well there you go, folks. Cool. And we reached level 30. A little bit of questing in Arathi Highlands. A lot of running, which is just a fact. I'm not complaining. It's just a fact. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.